Well, welcome everyone to the 2016 St.Matthews School DARE graduation. Kids have been working hard, as Mrs. Pastrick said, for the last 10 weeks. I really enjoyed coming into their classroom. We've learned a bunch of different skills that are going to help them grow up being safe and responsible. Before we go into any further in the program, I would like to have everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. And if I could have Jeff and Roseanne lead us. Fifth graders, I know you were here last year as fourth graders watching the DARE graduation, but I'm going to introduce some of our special guests that are here all for you, okay? We have seated to your left, we have Mayor Linda Jackson. Trustee Chester Pojek. Deputy Chief of Police, Steve Ewald. The Detective Division Sergeant, George Pappas. The Chief of the Glendale Heights Police Department, Doug Flint. And then helping behind the scenes a little bit, we have Becky Tybor. Of the graduation, and they will be posted later on the village website. And then we also have in the back, I don't know if you knew this or not, but all of the graduations are on TV. And so we have Mark Radovaugh who will be filming that for us today. Starting to say, I have to explain to your parents all this hard work that you put in and what we've talked about these last 10 weeks. We've learned, again, how to be safe and responsible. And we've learned that by having a model that we can use if we ever find ourselves in a tough situation. And that's called the Okay, there you go. Step-by-step process, so they're not jumping in and doing something that they're later going to regret or get in trouble for. They can take the time to think things through, what would be a better choice to make, what's going to have the positive outcome or the positive consequence. We've learned that. We've learned some facts about a couple of different drugs, tobacco and alcohol. We learned these facts because now we have knowledge as to why we want to say no to these if we're ever presented with that. They've also learned 5 different ways that they can say no with the different resistance strategies. Whatever works best for them in any given situation, the best one to use is obviously not get yourself in that situation in the first place. And they know that as well. There were some requirements for the DARE program. They had to write an essay and they had to make a poster. And so as an added incentive, we made that a contest. And so we have 2 winners from the class who are going to read their essay to all of you right now. And then later on at the end, we'll announce the poster winners, which I'm sure they're anxious to find out about. So if I could call Abigail to come up first.
In 5th grade, you start the program DARE, and DARE teaches you not to take drugs. It also helps you with your communication. This program taught me so much, and I use the advice DARE gives me to help me figure out tough problems and situations. My DARE officer was Officer Cahill. She really did teach me a lot about this program. DARE helps you deal with stress, tells you how to report bullying, teaches you about bullying, and teaches you about drugs and why they're bad for you. One of the reasons smoking is so hard to stop is because of the nicotine in cigarettes. Nicotine is also in chewing tobacco. Smoking can cause lung cancer, heart disease, yellow your teeth, cause bad breath, dry your skin, and cause wrinkles. Smoking is very serious, and luckily for me, I know how to avoid it. These are 5 ways you can turn down alcohol and cigarettes. Avoid the situation. Strengthen in numbers, which means to hang around with non-users, especially where drugs are expected. You can walk away. Say no while giving a reason or excuse. Change the subject. For example, say someone offers you a beer. You could say no thanks, but let's go get something to eat instead. Those 5 resistance strategies could really help you in a situation like that. Alcohol is just as bad as smoking. The official age to start drinking alcohol is 21. Not only is drinking underage illegal, it is also dangerous. Drinking underage is dangerous because the human body isn't done growing. Alcohol can damage every organ of your body and weakens the heart muscle when you take alcohol. It slows down the brain and body, and the effect of that is loss of coordination, poor judgment, memory loss, loss of self-control, and slow reflexes. Because of alcohol, there are 75,000 deaths each year in the U.S. You don't just learn about drugs and alcohol when there. You also learn about how to deal with stress, learn how to communicate, and you learn about bullying. Officer Cahill taught us a good way to deal with stress. When you feel stressed out, just take a big breath in, then let it out. You do that same routine maybe 3 or 4 times. You can tell your stress in a couple different ways. You start to act differently, your palms start to sweat, and you start to get all red. Those are just a couple of ways you can sense that you're stressed. Now about communication. When you communicate with someone, you want confident communication between you and the other person. When someone is talking, listen to what they are trying to say and reply back using confident communication. You need to have confident communication in a bullying situation as well. If someone is bullying you, you should tell an adult. When you tell an adult, the communication between the 2 of you needs to be confident. And if you're not sure you are making the right choice, use the DARE decision-making model. DARE stands for Refine, Assess, Respond, Evaluate. Define. Describe the problem, challenge, or opportunity. Assess. What are your choices? Respond. Make a choice. Evaluate. Review your decision. Did you make the right choice? I use the DDMM, DARE decision-making model, almost every day, and it really helps. So if you're stuck in a situation or problem, use the DDMM. DARE. What does it mean to you? To me, it means to make the right choice. And I know I will because I always have options. And the DDMM.
All right. Very good. Next, I like to call it Matthew. Give him a round of applause.
Hello. Today I'm going to tell you about my first DARE experience. You'll learn important ways to resist drugs, stress, bullying, and peer pressure. During the DARE, I learned 5 ways to resist drugs. Like to stay away from places where drugs were used or are being used. To hang around people who don't do drugs. To simply say no and walk away. Make an excuse, and to change the subject. I learned things like there are 200 known chemicals in tobacco, and there have been 75,000 alcohol-related deaths each year in the United States. Also, when you need to solve problems, you should use the DDMM, the DARE decision-making model. It says you should define, assess, respond, and evaluate your problems before deciding. In DARE, I learned that stress can make you make bad decisions. For example, yelling at a friend who's trying to help you or taking drugs. So that is why you should have something that helps you relieve stress. It can be an item or an action as long as it can help. Stress can also make it easier for someone to pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. Stress can be caused by many things like anger, frustration, worry, and embarrassment. Bullying is a problem that not all people have, but it's always good to find a way to put a stop to it, not just for yourself, but for others. There are 3 different kinds of bullying. There's physical bullying, when someone is hurting your body with brute force. There is cyberbullying, when someone is insulting you, teasing you, or embarrassing you online. The 3rd kind of bullying is social bullying, when someone embarrasses you in public or on purpose. A way you learn to report this is to use the 5 W's, which is say who is being bullied and who is the bully, what is the bully doing, when is the bullying happening, where is it happening, and why is the bully doing this. As I mentioned before, pressure can make you do things you don't want to do. Pressure is usually when you do something bad that you didn't want to do but was tempted to do it by someone else. Because of embarrassment, fright, or something you want, a way you can avoid pressure is to think of consequences, then say no. You can also use some of the 5 ways to reduce drugs that I mentioned before in these situations. Now you know that DARE teaches you important things like resisting drugs, stress, bullying, and peer pressure, while having fun. Hope you enjoy DARE and that you enjoyed my essay. Thank you for listening and have a drug-free life.
All right, congratulations to both of you. You did a nice job, as did the rest of the class. I told them that that's one of the toughest jobs I have is to try to narrow it down to only 2 winners. So all of them did a great job. But for these 2, we have extra prizes for them. They're each going to get a bendable Darren, a DARE essay winner pin, little foam football, a DARE clipboard, and a backpack to put it all in. All right, one more round of applause for that. At this time, I would like all of the graduates to stand. And you're going to receive your certificates at this time. Follow Mrs. Conrad. And I'm going to have our special guest here to help me pass out all of the giveaways that all of you are going to receive. This is what all of the 5th graders are going to receive. Mayor Jackson has a special gift for each of you from Brunswick Bowling Zone. You get some free games of bowling. Everyone is going to get a pencil pouch with some goodies inside. A sticker sheet with Darren on there. A bumper sticker of DARE and a static cling sticker that says DARE as well. And a t-shirt courtesy of Adventist Glen Oaks Hospital. They purchase our DARE shirts each year for the DARE program, and we are very grateful for them for doing that. And at this time, we'll call our graduates to come forward to receive their prizes. And I could ask that you hold your applause to the end, and then we'll give them a nice big round of applause then. Jack Acuna, please come forward. Nathan Alex. Andrew Anthony. Demi Carpio. Brooke Chaddick. Isaiah Sherez. Abby Chambers. Andrew Christensen. Samantha Diaz.
Ashton Edekanasu. Bella Escobar. Sarah Espinosa. Michaela Fitzgerald. Isabel Garcia. Frank Indusa. Natalia Humbert. Samantha Landry. Abby Wyszynski. Mallory Blankel. Tiana Malabahar. Aria Malika. Matthew Martirez. Roseanne Mendoza. Elizabeth Murray. Jacob Ordona. Jacob Sarabia. Liliana Sarli. Marissa Spadafora. Corinne Wagner. Gabriel Woodall. Izzy Zaremba. Nice round of applause for our graduates. At this time, if I could call Mrs. Pastrick and Mrs. Conrad to come forward. Fifth graders, I've got a special gift for your principal and your teacher, because without them, I wouldn't be allowed into the classroom to teach all of you this wonderful program. So I've got a special gift for each of them. And they're each going to receive a Dare blanket and a Dare t-shirt. Make sure you pick up your Dare t-shirt on the way. Thank you very much. He was resting on those blankets. You guys have a program, right? So what's next? All right, I guess it's poster time. We're gonna go from third place on up to first, okay? Everyone ready? All right. First, let me show you the prizes that you're each going to get. If you stay in suspense a little longer. All right, third place. We had that lesson on stress. This is a stress Dare police car. Dare and keychain. Dare frisbee. And then the backpack they go in. Second place will receive
pair of Dare sunglasses, Dare hacky sack, and the Dare cup, along with the bag that they get. And then finally, for first place, you will get a set of Dare playing cards. You know what those are? Cards? Not computerized or anything. A Dare rocket football. Dare water bottle. And a bag that they donate. All right. So I'll call up third place to begin. Third place winner goes to Kiana. Second place, Liliana. And now for the first place winner, which it has happened from time to time that our judges are unable to pick just one winner. So, today we have two first place winners. And by the way, our judges say thank you very much for making that so difficult for them. So, the two first place winners are Elizabeth. Come on up. And Dominique. Onto these posters, we'll leave them up here, so you don't have to carry it back. All right, one more big round of applause. Now, fifth graders, this is just the beginning of the good decision making. All right, I want you to use what you've learned these last 10 weeks to continue being as safe and responsible as you can be. Think before you make those choices, and I guarantee you, you're going to go far. Congratulations, another big round of applause for our fifth graders. That concludes our Dare graduation ceremony. Thank you, parents and special guests, for attending, and have a good rest of the afternoon.